posting pictures, cute on the gram.
Right.
We're doing events for, sophomore class in SGA, and I'm just like, I can't physically be here mentally, and I didn't like it at all. And
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Macy V-TV. I am Macy, your founder, and today with me I have Miss Jasmine Brown.
Hey y'all.
So can you give us a little background on where you're from?
All right, so for starters, she already introduced me, but I am originally from California, Vallejo, California, which is in the Bay Area, and now I live in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So since you're from Las Vegas, why did you come to Southern?
I wanted to go to HBCU, and I love when people ask me that. My first choice was North Carolina A&T, but during COVID, Southern actually accepted me first, and I already paid for my housing. I was like, no, I can't do that. But also Southern, I was looking into them during when I ran track and everything, so they were really my first choice, but second choice when it came to academics. So yeah.
So you're from Las Vegas. Is that predominantly black or white?
To me, it's really a mixture of a lot of different. It's very diverse. Okay. So I grew up around a lot of Mexicans, Koreans, that area.
I asked because I was like, why did you when Floyd, basically, for example, he's from California. Mm-hmm. He didn't really know about HBCUs, but I forgot that you had moved to Nevada and you probably had more diversity.
Yeah, my grandma, she's from Louisiana, so she took us on her own HBCU tour. So she was like, nah, this is what we're gonna do in the summer of 2018. We did our own tour at Southern. Not the proper way where you would get a dragon master. So she came in there and she was like, we want a tour. We came here at 4 p.m., y'all. Nobody work at 4 p.m. on Southern time. So when it happened, it was really funny, but we ended up getting a tour, and they mentioned the scholarship about agriculture, and they was like, if you get a full ride, we get to pay for all this. And I was like, the money sound really good. So I ended up getting a full ride in 2020 on my way to Southern, and it was kind of crazy because during that time they were canceling everybody's ACT scores, SAT scores.
Yeah, that was a nasty time because wasn't it COVID?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was nasty.
It was making me stressed out. I'm not gonna lie, but I think that was a beauty in knowing that I already wanted to go to Southern prior to COVID, and then really doing my research. And I actually stepped foot on campus before COVID happened. So, it was different at first, but then I think coming here was my best decision. It really fits me. So
when you got here, you actually ran and won Miss Freshman. So how was that campaign for you?
It's crazy because I didn't get to campaign for my Miss Freshman reign.
Oh yeah, it was only virtual campaigning.
It was virtual, but I also was uncontested. I was the only one who passed.
Oh yeah.
And so I just kept telling myself hey, this is what I want to do. I seen Alacia Brew, the 89th Miss Southern, and I was like, whatever she does, because I'm looking, from Nevada. I'm like, this girl look like she do a lot of work. I'm thinking you go into the position, you get to really do, some serious work. But when I got here and I got the position, a couple months into it, I'll never forget my advisor said, you're just a face. And I hated that because I'm like, no, that's not what I feel like it should represent. So it was an interesting reign. Kennedy, she did a good job, I would say, as a mentor at the time for me. Same with Talea, who is also my queen sister, Bree too, and Nicole. And I was getting adjusted because I'm not from here. So being from the West Coast, it felt like I had to learn a lot of Southern beauty standards so quickly. But I eventually learned how to just have my own and not care about what anyone else thought. So, yeah.
That's good. Well, that's good. So, y'all, we're going to get into her organization.
Yes.
So, can you tell us the name of your beautiful organization?
So, my organization is called Mental Milestone Association. And what we represent, what we do on campus, is a psychoeducational organization that hosts recreational events. And excuse me, I said psychoeducational organization, but we do psychoeducational events. But pretty much we do represent a lot of different things. And the main purpose is to really help spread mental health awareness on our campus because, it's a big need for it.
So I actually got the definition based off y'all Instagram page because I do my research, y'all. So it said helping individuals identify the importance of self-awareness and self-enforcement. So what inspired you the most to start this organization?
Me. During my sophomore year, it's going to get a little deep, y'all. So I'm just going to have to set the tone. But during my sophomore year in the summertime, I had lost my granddad unexpectedly, and I was just going through a lot. Like, I didn't know how to deal with death at the time. So this man called me up. I'm in Arkansas. I was already going through it with my mom because I had left her house. Had to learn how to place a lot of boundaries. But I started going to therapy my freshman year. And so I've already always been big on mental health. But I think during this time I took it so serious because I knew I wasn't okay. I would surround myself and drown myself in student leadership work and go to therapy, tell her, yeah, girl, I'm doing fine. She told me, all right, we're going to see you bi-weekly now. The bi-weekly events happened, and then I realized I really wasn't okay because I never truly talked about the death that I went through with my granddad. And, you know, it was my dad's father. So
it hit you and also everybody else as a dynamic effect.
It was really bad. It was really bad because I didn't know how to control my emotions. So I went into a really big spiral of depression, and I didn't know how to get myself out of it. Like, I would be posting pictures, cute on the gram.
Right.
We're doing events for, you know, sophomore class in SGA, and I'm just like, I can't physically be here mentally, and I didn't like it at all. And it was actually very embarrassing for me to like be like this but be happy in front of other people because I was really good at masking it. And so something that I have to still learn is vulnerability, and during that time that's what I learned the most. And so yeah, I really was inspired by me because I noticed that it's so easy to say you're okay, and then it's so easy to want to have these thoughts of suicide. And I did struggle with that a lot too, and I'm really not afraid to say that because, like, to be real,
did you need a tissue?
No, it's just so normal. And it's been an emotional day, y'all. So, like,
it has.
Yeah, so I think, you know, with the things that I've done and how I had to really get myself up out of it, I noticed that my collegiate peers, like, they were going through the same things, but nobody was talking about it. We had like these cute little posts for mental health awareness, but like there's no true events. And it really started off because I seen the addiction on campus too. Like, a lot of students don't know whether or not they're addicted to weed or alcohol, and like there's nothing wrong with doing it if you have the proper way of, you know,
if you balance it well enough.
But I've been noticing that like some people overdo it and they don't know until the last minute. And it's like, okay, it really started off with just an idea of creating, oh, let's have an event so we get a little bit of awareness out. And I want to do that with FYE, which is another organization that I'm in, you know, New Student Orientation and Peer Mentor. So when that idea came upon, my advisor was like, no, I think having, you know, an event just like that surrounded by drugs and addiction is not going to work out. So I was like, okay. So that was in October of 2021. It took me up until March to figure out that it should be a whole mental health organization. So it took some time in growing, but I was really the main source because I know that if I'm feeling this way, I know there's other students as well. So
who did you start it up with? Because you also have members of the team. So were they friends? Were they collegiate friends?
My first two members was friends, Melanie Rubin and Kevon Catchney.
Okay, so,
Kevon he made my logo.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it was really nice. Like, we were all, I never forget, we was all on the bluff talking about it, like countless nights talking about this. Like, I, of course, wrote the Constitution by myself, but you know, you need people in order to approve, you know, going forward. So Vaughn and Melanie, they were my first members. And now I do have a whole e-board of members, and it's an interesting journey, but I love it because we're here to help people, but we also have to realize the balance within ourselves as a, you know, team, because teamwork means a lot, especially when you're trying to do mental health awareness.
And I think as a college, before I even spoke about it on social media, I felt like my hostings, like me getting dressed up, was more of a costume than like actual real life. Like when I stepped on the stage, I was like a whole different person. Like Macy Vessell, but behind closed doors, I was like really bad.
Well, you know, leadership though, it do feel like you have to put on. It's like it's a lot. That's why I said it's really easy to mask underneath that. Like earlier, before we were filming, you know, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Like, you know, I'm a shy person, personally, but in my leadership roles, I'm able to speak and navigate with everyone. And a lot of people be like, this is so off-putting. This is not the girl who's smiling at the orientation.
Like when I'm at parties, I'm like this.
Yeah, like I have to be comfortable. And I feel like I think it's important for people to like really take notice and take hints. Cause like, you know, today, for example, this is actually an interesting day that people actually took hints for. So I was like, okay, cool. But you know, a lot of the times people be like, you're not out there smiling. I'm like, I be smiling, y'all, quietly. So it be different.
So talking about today, we wanted to just let you all know that we sadly lost a friend.
Yeah.
Reggie was a very heartfelt, positive person. He impacted almost everyone, if not everyone, that he has ever met. Yeah. So today has been a very sad day for the Jaguars, but also a very uplifting day as well. Because for some reason today, I just felt like a whole new spirit. I was sad all day, but I took a nap and I got the tears out, and I just felt very motivated because I know if he was here, he would not want us to do that.
Exactly. I keep hearing the voice, Jazz, get it together.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Macy.
You know, literally, and I think, you know, this is a way to honor his presence, like remembering what he was about. His spirit was so unique. He was one of the first people I would say at Southern that was just like, I'm gonna do this, and nobody can tell me anything else. Just literally, confidence. I think that's what I love the most about him, though. Like, you know, we had a retreat with UC ambassadors 3 weeks ago, and we had Battle to Beyonce songs. This is like literally my favorite memory of him right now because we did Upgrade You, and I had to listen to it earlier. And so we're doing it. We're doing the dance moves. I'm like, yeah, let's kill this shit. Excuse my language, y'all. But like, it was just one of those things where I was so happy to do, and we actually won our Beyonce battle, so I'm actually happy about that because, you know, I love Beyonce. That's my favorite artist, y'all. So I was really happy to have that memory with him, but also the other ones, like the team leadership, working with him, just seeing him passing, you know, by, and it means a lot to get to know someone like that because he did his purpose in my life. And I have to say like that. I have to show homage like that. So love you, Reggie.
And I think that it's important to always like let your friends know that you love them because he always let us know. Like every time I seen him, he told me how proud of he was. And how he wanted me to keep going, even on the littlest things. So it was just like being that it was him. It really impacted the school in a sad way, but I also think that we're gonna find the most positive way to get through it.
And I think it's gonna bring a community a different type, though. Like
it is, and I feel it.
I thought I was feeling crazy about that earlier, but I was really just thinking, I was like, it's something in the air right now. Like, you know, we did lose somebody that was very valuable. And I don't know about anyone else, but I knew that he was valuable from the beginning. Like, it didn't matter. Like, you could feel his energy. Ain't nobody finna jig like him at the pageants no more. And I'm actually sad about that, y'all, because, like, he's the life. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was really affected by this, and I could tell, like, even though it affected me, it affected a lot of other people too. And I think it's hitting home because I'm not gonna lie, I used to, you know, help people who did lose friends around campus, like, you know, go to the balloon releases, but not really understanding the pain that they're going through. And I feel ignorant to even be selfish about the pain that I'm going through with this because, you know, we worked in organizations together, you know, but those who are going through something that's painful, we don't even know like what they really going through. It's just, it's kind of crazy to me in my mind. It's like, dang, like, did I not support someone else as much as I thought I did? Because now
I'm on the other side.
Yeah, and I really have to say, I'm really about taking accountability and transparency. So like that transparent moment, it kind of hurt me because I'm like, this has to change. Like, it has to change.
I started feeling bad for not going to the other releases.
Yeah.
Like, I know the student James who passed away. I felt bad for not going to his.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't really know him, I still seen him, and he still was, you know, a Jaguar at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should pick and choose, you know, like who we want to show up for. I think it's time for us to show up for everybody.
Yeah.
So I feel a beautiful energy in this. I feel it. I really do, and I hoped I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, I think it's about the change, like you said too, because I full-heartedly agree, and I don't think like everyone picks and choose, but I think it's at the same time that comfortable, the vulnerability, because not everybody can be in a space where it's too much vulnerability. Like, I know me, I have to pick and choose. Like I had to give myself today, but also I had to make the effort to go out and see if others were okay today. And my mama and my mentor is always telling me you can't save the world if you don't save yourself first. But today felt like I needed a community around me too. And I'm like, you can only have that community if you're the community as well. So
well, you preaching today, girl.
Oh my goodness, here you go.
So it goes right into our next topic. On Thursdays, you have healing circles.
Yes.
A part of your organization. So can you tell us about that?
So, oh my goodness. So we work with actually a nonprofit, Set Free Indeed Ministry. They are a nonprofit that focuses on mental health awareness as well as addiction awareness. And the founder of that is Tanja Miles, who's also my mentor. So she helps us, and we're co-facilitators. It's 5 of us, but 2 each healing circle. So we do them Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Very confidential. I make sure that we have a list of rules to read. Nobody can spread anybody's business because I don't play that. Yeah. We will sue you. Like what happens? We will actually sue you. Like contract. Yeah, I'm very big on like discretion when it comes to people's safe spaces. That's good. That's good. Yeah, because I've noticed a lot of different things. Like we've had a lot of nursing students come in. I'm actually thankful that they came because like although we're a new organization, we have made an impact for those to open up. Like I think it's beautiful that we can help people. And I always get emotional because like I know that this is something that,
it's your purpose.
Yeah. And I can't it just makes me so happy because it means a lot to help others. Like we're starting to do this for younger students as well. Mm-hmm. That's the goal. So healing circles, it's a lot. And, we ask questions. Usually we have a topic like, if we were to do it this week, which I believe we might do it this week, I'm not sure yet. Got to figure it out. But the topic will be surrounded on how do you feel about what the recent events that just went on, like, whether it's the murders or the death of a friend, we'll say as general as that and let them open up because you don't want to be picking necessarily at a scar, but you want to get them comfortable to vent to you. Mm-hmm. And we take notes just to make sure we follow up with them afterwards and actually keep a connection with them because, a healing circle, even though we host it as an event, we really do want to make sure the mental well-being is actually, taken care of. Yeah, that's the whole goal of having a healing circle for peer support at the end of the day.
So what do you think is the hardest thing about being a college student for you? It doesn't have to be just one if you can't even think to narrow it down, just a couple.
I think for me, with being an out-of-state student is growing away from my family as of now. The only reason I say that because I went through a lot of differences, not growing with them as of these last 2 years. Family gets sick. You don't know if you're going to be seeing them in the next day or so. Like, that's true. I really love my mom. Yeah. So she had a really bad blood clot last semester and couldn't travel. And she's a truck driver, actually. She's been through 3 different careers. And that was my hardest moment, realizing that I was spending so much time building my platform of working here as a leader and not really building it back home with my family. And so we want our space ultimately. And I had to give myself that correct space to grow and learn. But I feel like now it's time to go back home and actually be with my family a little bit more. So that was hard for me. But another thing is they don't tell you about the life experiences you're going through. I was just talking about that with NAMI, actually, which is National Alliance Mental Illness. It's a mental health organization in the United States from the West Coast, South, East, and North.
I love your education, girl.
So let me tell you. So we had me and my advisor, we had presented in front of them on why HBCUs mental health matters. They want to start working with HBCUs, but I don't know what the T is yet. So I'm going to wait till I release it. Yeah. But I definitely think that, with the presentation we gave them, I believe that they would like to move forward with it. But we had to emphasize that they don't talk about the deaths that we go through as, just having friends that die. They don't talk about these things on why it really affects everyone's mental health. And it could be even as simple as going down to, class looking good. I'm pretty sure you can understand being a student leader. It feels like you have all eyes on you sometimes. And so sometimes it's like, am I looking good enough? Do I got my hair straight enough to go in front of these people?
Like, should I wear these flats? Yeah. Should I wear these, Crocs?
It's like, am I underdressed? But then it's like, at the end of the day, you're still human. And a lot of people don't, realize that plays a big effect into your mental health. And so, I've noticed that too. And being a queen was my first time noticing it. It wasn't a bad effect or anything because I actually loved when I was in that role. But like I said, the Southern beauty standards were completely different for me. And I was like, okay, Kennedy used to always get on me. Why you not wearing your makeup? I had to learn how to do my makeup. And I was like, I didn't grow up doing that. But then I was like, okay, this is what it means to be in this role. And I think if you learn how to adapt, it gets easier over time. But like, they don't tell you about all the things that you go through in life that can just randomly hit you out of nowhere. And I think it's important for us to understand that too.
I think they only show the bad instead of the good.
Yeah.
Especially in the HBCU community.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that go to different HBCUs, and they actually, my friend, she's actually the Miss Junior at Delaware State University. She does Mental Health Mondays, and they do something similar to us having healing circles. And so when we were speaking, I was just like, she started it actually, I think last semester, doing the Mental Health Mondays. But we were talking about it, and she was just like, the stuff that Southern goes through, every HBCU kind of goes through similar things. And I was just like, it's kind of crazy that, it's not advertised, only the bad things is advertised about our HBCUs. But it's like, when we over here trying to build a community for each other, y'all don't want to put that out there.
Exactly. And the debates make it worse.
Oh, not Twitter. Oh my goodness.
Twitter is about HBCUs versus PWIs, and then HBCUs versus HBCUs. They just be talking sometimes.
The only HBCU that I go against is Grambling because Pooh GSU. I said it and I'm okay with it. But no, I don't. I actually stay off social media, y'all. I don't get put up into that stuff because it stresses me out and I don't have time for it.
So is there anything that you want to let us know that's coming this semester, or would you rather just wait it out and just let us find out?
I'm more like surprises. So if y'all don't know, like I said, I love Beyonce. That girl don't ever let nobody know what she going through. So I took note. And I had, y'all know I'm a Virgo.
You are?
Yeah.
So was Virgo's Groove your top song when you first heard the
No, America Has a Problem.
America Has a Problem.
Yes, because I definitely, know America has a problem. So I'm really big on keeping things to myself and waiting till me and my team release it. Because at the end of the day, it's our business.
Exactly. And I don't blame you because I do the exact same thing. I don't talk about my business to nobody for real. Especially because a lot of people can jinx it as well.
Yes, I definitely believe in keeping the power of the tongue and then how everyone else looks at your stuff too. The energy, I'm very big on that. So gotta keep it to myself until we flourish it and release it.
All right. So is there any final words?
You know what I want to say? Let's see. I'm a smiley person, y'all, so I'm so sorry. But but I want to say, I really pray this semester goes well for everyone, including everyone that's in this room. We are all beautiful souls, and we all are worthy of being here. So don't get caught up in the hype. Take a break if you need to. Fast if you need to. Love on yourself, though. Find new tips to love on yourself. Grow in grace. That's the biggest take I want everyone to take. And come check on your mental health and support it because although we are a mental health organization, we do want full self-rounded well development coming afterwards, and we want solutions. We could talk about the nitty-gritty all day, but what solutions we gonna do? So
we need change.
I love y'all.
So where can we find you? What's your Instagram?
Okay, my socials, I prefer Instagram, so it's jasmine.z.b_. That's my Instagram. And then for the organization's page is Mental Milestone Association. I'm pretty sure you can link that. So yeah. Okay. Any other questions?
No, thank you. I really enjoy your presence. This was our first actual long conversation.
Well, I be like I told you earlier, a lot of people don't ever hang out with me, but I be telling people I be really down to earth with a lot of stuff, but I also stay to myself because
I don't blame you.
So
Well, thank y'all again. This was Jasmine Brown.
Bye, y'all.
And we will see y'all next time. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at the Macy Vessell. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.